Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to talk about the Miss Universe 2018 Top 10 no preliminary gowns during the Miss Universe 2018 preliminary competition. We will be talking about the gowns that should not be worn, especially during one of the most important day in the Miss Universe pageant, which is the preliminary competition, because this is going to decide on who is going to make it, on who are going to make it in the first cut. So every single mistake that you're going to do wrong, that you're going to commit, could actually cost you not only the crown, but even just getting into the first cut. So let's talk about these gowns, and hopefully for future reference, many will learn from this as well. Starting with our number 10, Belgium, Zoe Brunette. I'll place Belgium at number 10 because even if she's got one of the no gowns in my opinion, I still think that her personality shines through, and she did well during the swimsuit round. When she was called in the first cut, I was really shocked because I remembered how bad her gown was. But when she started speaking, her personality, her confidence, and her fun vibe came out. And I think those are the reason why she qualified, but never the gown that she wore during the preliminaries. I'm not a fan of orange gowns, and I am not sure about the design as well. I am not really a fan of it. It could be good for other events, maybe, but for Miss Universe, no way. My number 9 is Malaysia. Jane Teo. I like the choice of color and the simplicity of the dress because we have seen how yellow gowns have lifted many ladies into a very high placement in the pageant. And even simple yellow dress like what Diana Mendoza wore during her time, it allowed her to take home the crown in 2008. I actually like the bottom part of the gown because it looked regal and classy behind its simplicity. But the top part, especially on the neckline and the chest area, is a disaster. It looked like it needs some more life and more fabric because I don't know, something must have been wrong with the cutting of the upper part. Number 8 is British Virgin Islands, Ayanna Phillips. When it comes to gown colors, I think any shades of green is a risky choice. For gown color, it could work, of course, but it needs to be something on a higher level. And I am talking about the quality of green gowns that was worn by Irene Esser in Miss Universe 2012 from Venezuela, or Constanza Baez from Ecuador in 2013. Those green gowns were amazing. But the rest, if you'll just wear a plain green gown, it could be a recipe for disaster. And for this gown, the different shades of green isn't really working for me. I am not a fan of the way the neckline was cut as well. I know the designer is trying to be as original and as inventive as possible, but it did not look good for me. My number 7 is Mexico, Andrea Toscano. This is another gown that made me raise my eyebrows. Mexico came in as one of the possible strong contenders in the competition. And then during the preliminaries, they gave us this gown. I mean, that's good because she carried it beautifully and she walked confidently with that gown. But the gown itself, I don't know what to say. It reminds me of the curtains at home. My number 6 is Kosovo, Zana Berisha. This gown is super big no for me. I think the quality of the gown is also going low because of how she carried her dress and how she was styled. I mean, everything about her styling and her look and that gown made everything outdated, which of course resulted to her non-placement. My number 5 is Sweden, Emma Strandberg. This is such a very disappointing choice of gown. It seems like they are not trying at all. The color is too dull. The gown itself is lifeless. Sometimes you can really sense a winner if they're looking like a real winner. And it is also because they're wearing a winning gown. This gown doesn't look like a winning gown at all. And when I say winning gown, take a look back at Miss Universe 2011, Leila Lopez from Angola. When she came out with that gown, everybody have a feeling during the finals that this woman could be the winner. Because when she was standing against everyone in the top 10, she was standing out. And her gown, I don't know. This gown looks like a gown of someone who doesn't want to try to at least get a placement. Number 4 is Israel, Nicole Reznikov. Honestly, I love the design of her suit and pants. However, for an evening gown competition, I don't think this is a good choice. I commend them for taking a huge risk, but no. I am really wondering what are they thinking when they chose this for her, and I really feel bad about it. My number 3 is Netherlands, Rahima Dirkzee. In the recent edition of Miss Universe, this is actually the kind of gown that I really do not recommend for anyone to wear. Again, do not recommend for anyone to wear in the pageant. This kind of gown with short front and long back is a perfect ingredient for a disaster in Miss Universe. It worked for Costa Rica's Johanna Solano in 2011 because she aced everything during the preliminaries. But no matter how good she was, she still wore the same type of gown during the top 10 performance, and after that, she did not make it in the top 5. And when she came out wearing that gown, I was actually hopeful that when she make it in the top 10, she will change gowns. But since she didn't, that really disappointed me. And same rules to be applied here for Netherlands. Unfortunately, this gown is not working well. It could be perfect for an opening dress like the Sherry Hill that they are wearing, but for preliminaries or even finals, it's going to be a very, very big mistake. My number 2 is China, Mai So Keen. I seriously do not understand the concept behind this gown. Although the top part looked messy, I think it could still look decent in some angles. My problem is the bottom part of the gown. I do not see any pattern that is trying to show the gown through feathers, which is why it appears to me that the bottom part is as messy as a chicken plucked with feathers. The accessories on her neck and on her hands were made to complement the gown, but it did not help either. And my number 1 is Guatemala, Mariana Garcia. I believe there is nothing more painful than seeing a contender who worked all month long and preparing all weeks long, and then this. Watching her struggle as she walks during the evening gown competition. The thing here is the gown actually looked beautiful overall, especially for cases where walking isn't necessary, just like posing or something. But that bottom part is really a big oh no. It just pains me watching her having difficulties because of what the bottom part of the gown has caused. I am sure though that if I were on her situation after that performance, I can just tell myself that I am done. There is no way that I'll get a placement after that. I am just curious though. Didn't they try to fit the gown months or weeks before going to the host country, in their case going to Thailand? Because if they did, I am sure they can still find ways to make some revisions and probably alter the bottom part or any parts that makes them feel uncomfortable wearing the gown. Anyway, hoping not to see this kind of scenario in the future. So tips to all the future candidates that will be competing in any international pageants in the future. Please do try your gowns first and make sure that you are comfortable with it, especially when you walk. Try to wear the gown, walk a long distance, I'm just talking about short distances, not really in a kilometer kind of way. just try to walk and see if you're comfortable with it. And if you feel good in it, and if you feel pretty in it, and if you think you could win in that gown, then that's the gown for you. Because this is really sad for Guatemala. Anyway, these are my top 10 no gowns for the Miss Universe 2018 preliminaries. What do you think? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. So for now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.